pretty crazy. So what's your next hunt?
I'm thinking about spring bear for sure. I'm definitely going to try to get out there a little bit.
Yeah.
Got some places I'd like to go. But that javelina sounds interesting as well, what we were talking about.
Oh my God, yeah.
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 I definitely possess a tag for the general permit over the counter right now. So
Yeah, the over the counter stuff, I'm looking for the elk tag. I'm really considering another one.
Well, if we get snow,
Maybe.
yeah, I mean, it's, right now, we got about 4 inches of snow, but there had been
That's not enough
nothing.
to push them.
No, and they're still up high. A lot of those big animals are way up high, the
Yep.
deer too. But it melted fast. I mean, fortunately, we were breaking camp and the sun was out and everything was drying out. But there's not much snow up there. There's snow up high and on the southwest side because of the ski area and the weather patterns. But where we were on the north side, it's still super dry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and cold.
Yeah, it was in the teens. It was nice. It was a
Yeah.
great hunt. It was really one of the most enjoyable hunts. Good guys.
That's an oxymoron. In the teens, it was nice. No.
And lots of animals. Lots of
No,
animals.
no, okay. All right, we got to flip into a break here, and when we come back, I'll give you a quick rundown on what's happening over on the saltwater side of life. More with Reed.
Reed.
Andrew.
Okay, I'll wait for steaks, and our good buddy Abe over here. So we'll be right back here on Fox Sports 910.
If you go javelina hunting, that's chorizo all day long, man.
Boom.
For javelina, that's the best thing to make is chorizo. They're
Yeah.
so hard to cook.
Targets of opportunity.
Years ago, we used to take it to a commercial barbecue out
Yeah.
at Apache Junction.
Mm-hmm.
And it was great because we'd clean it nice and take it back and it'd give us these big buckets full of barbecue.
Yeah.
That was so good.
My grandmother, when she was alive, we would just let her cook them, and she would put them in the ground, and she'd make green and red chili out of them. And I would watch her do it, you know, and I tried it once by myself, and it didn't even come close. I was just like, I'm never doing this again. So we just go get the sausage made out of them.
That's got to be the damn.
That'd be worth it. I'd take it into one of the butchers
Is there a
around
way
town.
to turn the mics off?
Turn it into breakfast sausage.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do with them. I mean, I love hunting them. They're fun, you know, but
Honestly, I've never shot one.
No mic.
Never had the opportunity.
their skulls are great. Like,
Yeah.
you know, they look really, really weird.
Fun though.
Yeah, because I went pig hunting a couple of years ago in Texas, which is, you know, it's not really hunting, it's just shooting things. And one of the boars over there, I mean, it had the big tusks on it and the whole nine. And,
Yeah.
and I was, you know, telling my buddy, I was like, dude, the javelina skulls look way scarier, you know. I mean, the boar was pretty nasty, you know, but still, for the size of the animal and what you're doing, dude, javelinas are fun.
And they're nasty too. I mean,
Yeah,
I had
they-
a dog get bit up by one.
Okay, I'll get those ordered
Really
today.
nasty, and they're fast when they want to be.
Halloween, they were all over my neighborhood on Halloween, eating the pumpkins, you know, because everybody left their pumpkins on the porch. And my wife went out in the morning to get the paper or something, and she started screaming, and I go out there, and I'm like, just, what are you doing? So there's javelinas everywhere. So get in the house, silly. And then I'm not going to lie, I had that moment, like, do I get the gun out? How reckless would this be right now?
Self-defense.
Yeah. I'd have to shoot it with a pistol because it's, you know, yeah, right? I like that you shoot suppressed because a lot of people are doing that now, and I just started doing that with coyotes, you know?
Yeah.
And I love it, man.
The extra pound hanging off the end of the gun isn't great, you know? For
Yeah,
packing-
jury's still out on that. I'm used
But
to.
you can improve ballistics and
Well,
Yeah, it's,
I don't, you know.
makes the animal a little bit, it's a little bit harder for them to identify where the shot came from.
my ears aren't ringing, you know, and that
Yeah.
PRC is a cannon.
Oh, I bet, dude. 7mm.
Yeah.
God, we're setting our ways.
4,100 foot-pounds at the muzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I'm telling
cannon.
you.
I never heard the shots. I mean, I was.
Really?
I was 600, 700 yards from you. I never heard the shots even from the, you know, sound breaking from the bullets. But then again, you shot the thing at what, 100 yards?
And it was snowing.
Yeah, it was snowing, didn't have a lot of time. It was, we were watching the mountain. We left early in the morning, got before daybreak and humped up into the hills. And I watched that mountain start to slowly disappear. As that snow came in, you know, and there was snow all around us. And then everything just disappeared.
Boom.
And you couldn't see 30 yards, and it just snowed. It was beautiful, I mean, it was great. It was pretty wild to watch it come in.
Oh, yeah.
The front end of that snow.
Yeah.
Man, God bless you. I'll come.
Was there any wind with it?
No, it wasn't, I mean, it was.
Packed out 3 bowls.
That's the thing
Yeah,
with
you said that was
the,
like
with the
on my
peaks
mind,
up there.
I'm
Boy, you know, most of
That's
the
the
time.
part
I
people
packed
don't.
out, I packed out like a bowl and a half total.
It was like.
People don't. People. That's the part they don't realize. You know, it's like the hunting part's the easy part.
We've
When
been
you
dealing
get
with,
something, then you're. That's when the work starts.
we've been grinding
could
and
hear the branches
processing
coming
for
down, you know.
3 days.
Uh-huh.
That's
Dude,
pretty
wow.
scary.
We've been back since Thursday. We've been just working on the meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That 6B unit, boy, you gotta be careful, because, you know, they had so many fires down there.
Tons of stuff.
And I don't wanna get
It's
started
good
on
eating,
the
but it's a lot of work.
problems with the Forest Service, but they don't take care of crap.
Year and a half.
So,
I was talking
I
about
mean, you gotta be really careful where you're
Asked
sitting.
me about it, and I'm like, bro, I'm not
Afterwards, we'll
a
talk too,
great
but
hunter at all, but I'll tell you right now,
said that.
you're too. I told him, I go, you're too lazy to go hunting.
Nancy Sitgraves just put.
He's like, why? You're gonna walk, and then when you can't walk no more, you'll probably get.
Back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910 and always on our free iHeartRadio app. Here's the Bass Daddy and Tournament Pro, Don McDowell.
Alrighty, we're back. Let's see, we're hunting elk, we're chasing deer in some bears, lions, and tigers. Abe's taking us down the road on coyotes and javelina. You know, I'm a big fan of the over-the-counter tags. What's your weapon of choice on the javelinas in your coyote expeditions?
Well, if I'm hunting on the reservation, then I just use a 308 bolt action that I have because the rules up there are a little bit different. But if I'm not on the reservation, I go back to my old reliable AR. I like shooting an AR-15. I'm comfortable with the platform because
What's up on the San Carlos? They don't want AR platform.
well, it's not that they don't, but my AR is suppressed, and you can't use a can up on the res. So, and then also up there, if you're doing predator calls, there's a really good chance you might run into a mountain lion more than where it is down here where I hunt
Nice.
and stuff. So I just like to have that little bit of extra punch just in case.
Yeah,
You know,
308 will do it.
yeah, 308's pretty good all around, all-purpose round. You know, so
Yeah. You get into handguns at all?
you know my handgun of choice is very generic. It's not very exciting. It's just a Glock 19. I just know that if I carry it and I need it, it's going to work.
Boom, boom.
I don't have red dots on it, or there's no switches or fancy triggers. It just point and it goes boom, and that's pretty important. So
Yeah, absolutely. What about your handgun of choice? Are you carrying a handgun in the field?
Yeah, I'm running a optic on my 9mm. It's a Staccato CS, and it's a little concealed 2011.
Right, yeah, that's pretty high end.
that is fancy. I'd be afraid I'd drop it somewhere and lose it.
It's just a tool. That
It's
one.
an expensive tool.
It's just
Yeah.
a tool.
Yeah, throw that in your toolbox.
Yeah.
And I know nothing grows where Reed goes, so what's your carry in the field handgun?
If I'm hunting, 357 Magnum, but for normal, you know me, I'm a Colt 1911 officer's model,
Yeah,
45 auto. I mean, it's been carrying one for longer than I
Very
can-
nice.
yeah, 6 one way and 45 the
Yeah,
next.
and then only hits count. I don't need that many shots.
That's the Lord's
I can
caliber.
shoot. Yeah, I love it. And I know it backwards and forwards. You know, I can take the thing apart in the dark, put it back together,
Can you do it in the dark?
big time.
You know, I've been studying some, and don't ask me why, some World War II, and I just finished some sniping modifications, unauthorized destruction of government property, with these guys modifying the M14s with copper wire and changing the gas system.
So
And-
I like the M14. It's a great platform.
It is, but early on, there was a problem in distance. So, you know, there was gas port modifications made unauthorized, and that went through the chain of, we're gonna court-martial you for doing this, but the effectiveness of it was, you know, they were shooting up to 900 meters. sniping the NVAs and the VCs and all that kind of, so finally they go, wow, this works. So they integrated it into doctrine.
Well, most of the, long story, which we won't go into, but.
Yeah, I know.
Heavy barreled Remington 700s,
Yeah.
reliable,
Well, that, yeah, I think they did this before those were,
yeah.
you know, and then there was, you know, a lot of chatter in WW2 on, the Springfields and some of the modifications they made to those. And, you know, I think what, we're seeing with young men like Andrew, you know, is the, natural course of evolution, you know, on some of the Bagara is, I've had some experience with that particular platform down in Mexico, harvesting whitetails. And that is, in that 7mm mag, I think it's just absolutely brutal. I'm serious. I had a M77 Ruger 7mm mag. I bought it for my brother, you know, I shot it once or two times, getting it zeroed, shooting at paper. And I picked up that Bagara down there in North Mexico and was absolutely smacking the whitetail. They were doing somersaults before they hit the ground. I'm going like, whoa. So,
Good guns, good equipment. A lot of
well,
stuff is-
yeah, but I get home and go right straight back to 30-06.
There you go.
You know, and then we did a build on a 300 Weatherby mag, which is awesome.
Well, we were out target shooting, I brought a Garand one time, and one of the guys that was shooting a Garand, who will go unnamed, but was with us this last weekend and got a really nice bull elk. He says, can I take this deer hunting? He loved the Garand. The thing was accurate, easy to use,
Oh, yeah.
you know, and.
Now, are you shooting 140 grain in there?
No, 150 standard.
One-
bullet
150s?
ball, yeah. And I've hand load for it, for hunting with it, but he said, you know, can I take this? Because it's just an easy gun to shoot and fun. You know, so the new guns are fantastic, but the old stuff worked,
Oh, yeah.
you know?
Well, like with the Garand and the M14 platforms, I mean, they have all these modern chassis you can put into them. They have, you know, carbine variants and things like that. They have the new mounts on them for the new glass. I mean, it's like Legos, you know? It's just whatever you want, you can build now.
Yeah,
Like even with your high-end rifles.
anymore.
That's probably the
Absolutely.
best part about a high-end rifle is just how you build it to you. Like, you have a really nice setup. If I picked it up, I probably wouldn't be able to hit the broadside of a barn because it's built for you, you know? So,
No, you're right, there's so many options these days, it's great for anybody.
Yeah.
You know, it's fairly simple to do, and like you say, that M14 platform, they brought those back, re-rigged them, new stocks, new optics, new everything, and, you know, they're working and doing the job, and they've been around,
Yeah.
you know, since the early 50s.
Well, that modification they made over there, I believe that was probably about 1967, between 67 and 69. And once R&D and the Armory got done with it, they built a gas port called the Townsend gas port.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, anyway, so, things you learn
I'll look it up.
out of boredom, so, yeah. All right, so what's the next big operation? Now, do you have a spring bear tag? Did you get drawn?
Over the counter. Spring bear.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I thought that was a draw.
I did too, but Andrew's been picking them up over the counter.
I might be mistaken. Need to review the regs. I know that there's a summer hunt up in the Bradshaws. It
Yeah.
was open last year that I've dibble dabbled in, but I'll have to look into that spring.
Yeah,
situation.
I'll look at it. Yesterday at the gun show, Chief Gene Elms from Arizona Game and Fish Law Enforcement was there along with Officer Kenny D. We've known those guys forever, and Kenny was talking about the bear problems that we've had this year. Commissioner Guggenauer also has mentioned it 2 or 3 times recently. The bear encounters are quadruple what they normally are. And Kenny is getting ready to pull full retirement after 30 years. Law enforcement, you know,
Long time.
amazing career, great guy, but he's one of those guys, he's like Abe, you don't want Abe coming for you. And you want to stay out of Kenny's crosshairs. Trust me. There's a lot of those guys like that. Josh Hurst, I knew Josh forever, but I didn't know what he did. You never saw him. He was law enforcement, and he was the guy out hiding in the bushes, trying to catch you doing something you shouldn't be doing. He never did, but anyway. Yeah, it's all good. So we got to flip into another break here, but real quick, the San Diego Sport Fishing Report out of H&M. There's 3 boats running. The Premier's running half-day morning and PM trips. We're catching bonitas and bottom fish. They did have one mako shark on the morning trip yesterday. Malahini boats running 3/4 days. Same thing, bonita and 110 rockfish. The Patriot SD is running 3/4 day. Same thing. It's pretty much what it is. The pods of bluefin are still holding out around Tanner Banks. So it's basically over for this year.
Strange year.
Well, what happens, it's over because the fishermen quit coming. The fish don't have anywhere to go. They're there. You know, it's like the bluefin. If you get on a 2 or 3 day trip, you're going to whack them big time right now.
Well,
So.
maybe now's the time to go.
Yeah, we get 6 guys in a 6-pack. Yeah, that'd be great. All right, we got to flip into a break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about what we're celebrating today, more or less, more of a day of remembrance. I'm Don McDowell with,
RC?
Andrew.
And Abe,
there you go. We'll be right back.
staccato.
Yeah.
Look at you, man. I'm going to move this way. I'm not rich enough to sit next to that dude with my peasant Glock.
The Glock works great, man.
It never fails. That's
That's what I like my 1911. Works blood in the blood. Works great.
I got an old.
I have a wife, no kids.
He just recently got married.
That's why. Hey, that's why he has a staccato.
And he had it before he got married.
Yeah.
I angled to get that staccato before getting married. Before
And
Marmero's doing.
we've had that for years.
You know what you got to master though. Now that you're married, I've been married 25 years. You got to master the art of buying a new gun, leaving it in plain sight, and then gaslighting her to think, no, it's been there the whole time.
Honey, we've had that for years.
I don't even know how. I think she, at this point, I think she just doesn't argue with me more because I'm like, nah, man, I just put it in the closet, and then, it's just sitting there. And then one day she's like, did you get a new gun? I'm like, no, it's been there like the whole time. Hello?
Came out in 25.
I dropped the, maybe if you straighten up the closet, you'd notice things. And then,
Oh,
Dangerous
yeah,
territory.
I'd take a little heat so that I don't have to show a receipt. You know what I mean? Like,
I like that.
yeah.
that'll do you well, sir.
I don't have to show a receipt. I like
Yeah,
that.
I'll get a little bit of,
He'll
little,
give you some good guidance.
but that's what you do, man. You just leave it out. Get rid of the box so she can't see the box. But then all of a sudden you just see a new one sitting there. And,
I went through that yesterday. Yeah. No receipt, no box. Put it in your pocket.
Had it forever.
oh yeah, this thing, this old thing. Another good trick too is you take it to the range before you bring it home so it smells like it's been shot. You know, and then you look at it, look, it's so dirty. I just gotta clean it. It's it out because I haven't cleaned it. It's been out there a while.
Don't forget, I got bullets for you.
What's that?
I got bullets for you.
Good deal. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop and shoot that in the river
My
bottom.
daughter has the 43X. Yeah, that's her. She's got little hands. I mean, it's a good little gun.
Locks and AKs. No time.
I won't. I have this phobia. They're just. I don't like AKs. And when
I don't either.
people ask me why. I mean, they're great. Like I'm not talking about the mechanic,
Functionality, they're great.
but I just tell people I don't like anything that someone's tried to hurt me with. You know.
Being in the receiving end of one,
Yeah.
I don't like them at all. I don't want one.
You know. I'm not going to argue with you about whether or not they work because I've seen them work, but no, not for me.
With you. Don and I had that conversation.
Yeah.
frequently.
Don's got a nice setup.
Here we go.
You know.
Don't listen to him, Andrew.
He knows, he's heard me.
The only AK I own is the one that I'm gonna plant on some, I mean, what?
Did I say that out loud?
We're not recording, are we?
Yeah.
Officer, you had an AK, look, it's right there. No receipt. The best part about living in Arizona, I don't have to provide a bill of sale or nothing.
How's things down at the farm? Doing good? Great. What? Good, that's great.
If you love the outdoors, make sure you sign up for the weekly hunting fishing newsletter to stay up to date with the latest outdoorsman news across the nation. Sign up today at huntingfishing.com. Now back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910.
Alrighty, here's a little bit of housekeeping for Tracy Pertee. Let's talk fishing. You'll know it as LTF. He's got a Christmas tournament coming up December 11th. They have a big Christmas raffle at the weigh-in, so there'll be, let's see, that's not, did I say the 11th? Let's see. The big fish sponsor is A&M Graphics. Open to everybody. They've got a December 13th at Roosevelt Lake, Windy Hill, Bobcat parking lot, drive-by weigh-in. Used to be drive-through weigh-in, but now it's drive-by because we're in southern Arizona. So, and they're launching at Ringtail Ramp. So if you're interested in doing that, they're paying big bucks for big fish. $1,000 to the biggest fish caught over 10 pounds. And the kicker is you have to be in an A&M wrap boat. Come on, Andrew. So anyway, you can reach Tracy at 928-978-3659. So one of the other things I wanted to mention to you that summarily is being overlooked more and more as we move through the decades. December 7th, 1941, 7:55 p.m. There's actually two official times. There's a 7:55 p.m. and a a.m. and a 7:48 a.m. When the Japanese decided to attack Pearl Harbor. Today is more of a day of remembrance. I just want to point out a couple things. We lost 2,403 servicemen and civilian population at Pearl Harbor. We lost 4 battleships, including the USS Arizona, 188 aircraft versus the Japanese losses. They reported 29 aircraft lost and 5 midget submarines lost. But anyway, give that some remembrance. It's a good day to hang your flag and salute a veteran. I don't care what theater they're from. God bless them all. And Abe, thank you so much for doing what you're doing for the veteran community. So anyway, that said, we're going to move on. Any thoughts on Pearl Harbor?
I just got to honor all of them, all of the men.
Yeah,
service
absolutely.
And unfortunately not made it home. You honor every one of them.
Yeah.
That's the great sacrifice, which is why we're all here doing what we're doing.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Well, being associated with the Coast Guard on the History Channel, there is a pretty interesting documentary on the United States Coast Guard. They were founded in, actually the government bought pirates in 1790, is how it all started. But the Coast Guard has been in every conflict since 1790 to present day. And the thing that is highly overlooked is Vietnam. The They brought in 82 fast cutters to run the river because the Navy couldn't get in the rivers and do the interdictions and all that kind of stuff. So if you have an opportunity to watch that on the Coast Guard, it's absolutely amazing that the craft that they pulled off. It was just totally, it was on last night. I had it recorded, and, you know, it's just good to remember who we are, where we came from, how we got here, and the sacrifices that have been made, and some of the sacrifices, you know, the term, you know, some gave it all, some gave a little, you know, all that kind of thing, which is all true. But the thing we're suffering from today is what Abe's combating, is the treatment of the veterans, the homelessness, lack of jobs, and sustainability. And wow, God love you, man. I mean, if you got anything that you need publicized, use this platform.
I appreciate that. Next Saturday at the Matthew B. Wan American Legion Post in Chandler, which is off Chandler Boulevard in the 101, there's going to be a veteran stand down. So it's basically a stand down is an opportunity for veterans to show up, no appointments necessary, get access to VA, housing services, dental services, and everything in between. Starts in the morning at 8. They're going to do a free breakfast for all veterans who attend. And then also right after that, they're going to show, you know, the Army-Navy game. So if you know of anybody who is having trouble accessing services or needs any help, that's the place to take them. There will be VA personnel, state personnel, nonprofits, and education, and everything else that you need as a veteran to be there. I think right now they have something like 40 different agencies signed up to be on site.
Wow.
And they will be doing instant processing of benefits and enrollment.
Now, are they going to have medical and dental on site?
Yes. So Smiles for Veterans is one of the groups that will be there, and they'll be providing dental care. Again, the VA health reps will be there. So even if you're not trying to file a disability claim or you just need some health care, if you're there, they can help you determine eligibility and set up appointments right there on the spot. If you have a DD-214, just bring it with you. If you don't have one, that's a good place to go, and they can help you get one.
Roger that. Okay, and then are you going to join us on the 18th down at the VA at 7th Street?
I'm looking
as
forward
well?
to it. Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll be down there doing Veggies for Vets. I say we, Knights Templar, Priority of Light, that I belong to. We do this 4 or 5 times a year. We'll be packing and handing out somewhere between 600 and 800 bags of assorted fruits and vegetables. And it's really amazing to sit down and talk to those veterans, you know. I mean, it's just totally cool. So anyway, we're going to shut this first hour down, and when we come back, we're going to summarily, all three of us, going to pick on Andrew. So
Excellent.
put your seatbelt on. I'm Don McDowell. This is Fox Sports 910. We'll be right back with the boys. Woohoo!
You ready, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm ready. Coffee, anybody want coffee now? No.
Good.
No.
I gotta find out about that spring bear.
Well, I wondered,
I
we
haven't-
were talking about the over-the-counter bear tags. I'm going, I had not heard of that.
I don't know about that.
Well, I haven't hunted in the spring yet. Like this fall was my first attempt, really.
So curious.
Are you gonna have time next week to run down to Tyson's and start marking maps?
Sure, you bet.
Okay.
Yeah, just let me know, give me a heads up, time-wise.
Pick a time and pick a day.
Friday or Thursday?
Either one.
Let's see.
End of the week.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, just pick a day and then,
Thursday is
That's over the counter.
it is over the counter? Cool.
Thursday.
Nice and easy, right?
I'll help you back it out, but I'm not gonna, I don't wanna shoot a bear, you shoot a bear.
I want to eat a bear.
Gotta make sure you cook it good.
Not that-
I hear it makes good chili.
Good summer sausage too.
Yeah?
Like smoked stuff, really good.
Andrew's father shot a bear. We used to hunt off the Snake River years
Uh-huh.
ago. And they ran into a bear coming out of a cave, and I'm shooting the thing. And I honestly don't remember what it tasted like. I remember packing the damn thing out. That was a challenge. You know, halfway up a canyon, he finds a bear.
13 years old. We did some camp out, Boy Scouts,
Yeah.
and game warden, he was, Will Persimmons is his name.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
He was some of the game warden came out. He was, I can't remember what the theme was. He was after Flores, but he got picked there.
That's cool.
That's good, yeah.
We used to have black bear in Arizona, right? We don't have them big monsters like in Montana.
Or Alaska.
I can't honestly say what.
Yeah, those bears are scary.
We used to caribou hunt up there all the time
Yeah.
every year, and out in the Aleutian chain, and there were bears freaking everywhere.
Yeah.
We'd go up and we were scouting for a lodge up in Kodiak at Sturgeon Bay, and when we went in, the game department says, unless you got claw marks, don't be shooting a bear. They'd give you deer tags for those little black-tailed deer, a book of 5. You couldn't buy a tag, they gave you a book of 5 tags, because there were so many of them.
Right.
They said, when you do it, okay, whoever guy's got to stand guard, because the bears in Kodiak know that if they hear a shot, something's down.
Dinner
I'll
time.
be damned if we're sitting there, we did the first time we did the no-gut cleaning, and all of a sudden, here comes this big blonde grizzly bear. It's like my buddy AJ, who's a great big guy. I said, we're out of here now.
Yeah.
And we just took off. Yeah, I said, here, have a nice lunch.
See ya.
Yeah, but it was wild. But they're massive.
Yeah, I don't want any part
You
of
look
that.
at their prints and you're going, oh my gosh, I don't want to see that.
Us with the guys from the 406 Rifle Company, Captain Chemo and Sheriff Wynn.
All righty, we're back. And Captain Chaos himself from the M406 Rifle Company. That's something, since you're into big rifles in build, you might want to look at the M406 Rifle Company, hooey, out of Montana. They're doing custom builds. They're doing a lot of stuff for people I can't tell you about that go bump in the night, which is fine. We need their presence. Whatever happened to Oliver North?
He's out there. He's still out there.
Is he?
Yeah, he's still out there.
Yeah, well, he's not active because Maduro's still breathing, so,
Exactly. Well, he's hiding behind the curtain.
yeah. I miss that guy. Anyway, getting back to it, we're talking to Captain Chemo up there. One of the things that's trending coming back is 30-06s and big bore on AR-type platform frames and lever action coming back on the AR platform type, which is pretty interesting. I'm trying to get him to build me a lever action 30-06. He goes, yeah. I mean, come on. I mean, what could be better?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, it'd definitely be a novelty.
It would definitely be a novelty. Yeah, it would be interesting to see it.
Yeah.
I'd be fascinated to see one.
Yeah. Well,
You pull the trigger on it first, though. Let Mikey try it? I don't
yeah,
wanna try it
Mikey,
first time.
yeah,
Let Mikey try
yeah.
it.
Give it to RC. Yeah.
You can blame me, but I'm not doing it first.
No, yeah, you don't want to be first, yeah. That's the thing, and, you learn this in the Army, you don't want to be first. You want to see what happens to that
That's what
guy.
the lower enlisted is for.
Yeah.
Have one of the Joes do it first.
That's funny, I don't care who you are. Okay, so we're gonna determine whether the bear tags are over the counter. We've got Commissioner Guggenauer, we can quiz him. So, Andrew, what was your preparation scouting prior to opening day? I know Reed was talking about you went up and set up a camp, a week
We went up a
before.
week early, always go up a week early and set up a camp. And then, one of our buddies who you've met, JT, was up there spending the night, listening to him whistle. And we just spent the time up there getting it set up. And we've hunted this area for years. I mean, I've been going up there forever. And we know the area very well. And again, it depends on the weather. If the weather, one year we couldn't even get in there. There was so much snow.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was that year, a couple years back, where Thanksgiving, all the roads were closed. It's the day after Thanksgiving. And you just know the area. So we really don't scout it because we've done that for many
Been there,
years.
done that, yep.
Yeah, and we just really know where they are with the weather. It's like I'm a mule deer hunter. I'm not a whitetail hunter or a blacktail hunter. I like hunting mule deer. We like that area out west of Buckeye. We know that area very well. We've been over almost all of it on foot. And depending on the weather, we know where to hunt.
Yeah.
You know, and this year we had 2 guys with tags. They both tagged out. You know, but there were 3 other guys in the same area we were hunting that we saw 3 other nice bucks harvested. You just got to know the area. So we don't go to new places anymore. We go to areas we know well and just adjust our patterns
Yeah.
to the weather.
Well, I think that's indicative of, hunters and fishermen. And there's nothing like time in the woods, time on the water. And it's like my home unit's 6B. I've hunted all over the state, but you can drop me in 6B, with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a 22 long rifle. I'm good.
Oh, yeah. Well, years
totally
ago, I'd
good.
hunt 22 and 23.
Yeah.
But with Phoenix growing as much as it has, there's so much recreational use up there now with side-by-sides and hikers and things that I just don't go there anymore because I don't like hunting where there are a lot of other people.
Exactly.
So that changed, and we used to go up in the White Mountains for elk up outside of Alpine. And even that area has grown so much.
Yeah.
Plus those fires that came through there years ago that were so devastating.
Yeah.
We just quit going up there. So we've fallen in love with those areas up north of Flagstaff.
Well, let me ask you this. You mentioned one of my bigger pet peeves are side-by-sides. Did you have a lot of them on the backside of the peaks?
They have got to find a better way to regulate the side-by-sides, period.
30-30,
Well,
hollow points.
you know what a caltrop is?
Yeah.
I'm not going to fault anybody for their idea of recreation. I think that's great, but you got to respect it. It's like hunters. We respect property rights. We respect, people at their camps. We had hunters that we ran into up there, and they said, "Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't know you guys were here. I'll move to the next ridge."
Thank you.
Unfortunately, the side-by-sides need some type of either education.
It's called enforcement.
Yeah, because they're out, we were mule deer hunting. Anywhere where it was flat or rocky, there was a freaking side-by-side.
Of course.
Back and forth. Up where we were elk hunting, they're going up and down those roads as fast as they possibly can. And you'll hear some of the ones without, I don't think they have mufflers on them, screaming through the woods.
Yeah.
It's just not an enjoyable experience.
That'd be the razor,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I think there's places for them, but
Yeah, the sand dunes.
yeah, they gotta regulate them, and particularly out in the desert. It's so easy in so much of that open country to go wherever you want in that kind of a ride, and they were everywhere. You could hear them coming for
Yeah.
10 minutes before they
Yeah.
showed up.
Well, that's a major problem. I mean, you look back over the last decade on how this thing developed. Game and Fish got literally stuck with enforcement, which there is hardly any at all. There's new legislation that's the last, 3 or 4 years trying to get adopted, changing the weight requirements and this, that, and the other thing. It's not going anywhere. And it's just real typical of lack of enforcement. We don't have enough. When's the last time you saw a forest ranger?
Yeah,
Never.
Never. Yeah,
When's the
and
last time
again,
you saw a BLM ranger? Never.
Yeah, they got a tough job though. I mean, they got big areas to cover.
They also have budgets that they mismanage.
Yeah,
So-
it's a difficult question because on one hand, we've met some of the Jeep clubs out there, not off-road clubs, but Jeep clubs that do big rallies.
Yes, sir.
Those guys are cool. I mean,
Yeah, they are.
drive well, they do a good job, they respect the land, they pick everything up. They're helping with some of the issues on the roads. The clubs that I've had experience with are okay. It's the guy that, has the money.
It's the lone wolf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got a ton of money, buys a nice pickup, a nice trailer, a big razor, and he thinks he can go anywhere he wants to.
Yeah.
They don't even know what the laws are.
Above the law.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sitting on a ridge, and it's a fairly flat ridge, but just so I can get a little elevation out there, and all of a sudden this guy comes rolling up, bouncing up the top of the ridge. There's no roads, there's no trail, there ain't even a cow trail up there. The guy's just going cross country because he's doing the same thing I'm doing, But he's too lazy to walk to the top of the hill.
Exactly.
He's driving.
Well, we see the same thing on the water. We've got some of the most dangerous lakes in the lower 48s right here in Arizona. Meade, Havasu, even Lake Pleasant's a killer. And the only way you can educate these guys is enforcement. Give them a ticket, they can go see the judge, and take a boating safety class. That's it. And with the lack of enforcement, we see all kinds of tragic deaths, drownings, boat wrecks, you name it. And we've got a new sheriff. Things are changing with MCSO. We run backup in interdiction for MCSO and back them up whenever and however they need us to do that with the Coast Guard. And under Penn Zone, it was problematic. You know, they,
Well, I won't get into that conversation, but Jerry Sheridan's a very good guy, and he knows
Yeah.
what he's doing. He's a hard worker.
well, you know, they were still having the paperwork that got levied on, what's his name, Joe Arpaio. Now, if you write a ticket, you have to go get a supervisor to watch you write that ticket. So instead of having one guy doing his job, you gotta have three guys, and, you know, it's just a bunch of crap. So,
Yeah, well, it's getting better.
yeah, in Maricopa County, yeah, I hate to see, Mark Lamb go away, but, you know, that's a story for another time, so. So I have to ask, have you got a side-by-side? That's different. There you go. Have to start playing baseball.
There you go. Pick up another sport. Ball would be good.
Yeah. Okay, Abe, getting back to the veterans stuff, can you shoot me a text on that and let me get that posted up on social media?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and see if we can't help these guys out a little bit.
It should be a good day. Like I said, lots of free services, lots of assistance, and, you know, breakfast and a football game.
What could be better?
Well, we could be eating elk right now, but, you know,
Well, I know.
somebody didn't bring us any.
I was, kind of had that on my menu for this afternoon, but
Yep. I bet he does have a side-by-side, you know?
yeah, he just didn't want to admit it.
Yeah. I sent you the flyer.
Okay, thank you so much. So, how many cans of Vienna sausage do you put in your cargo pants? Oh, that's right, you don't have cargo pants. What is it? Sitka? What's your,
First Light. That's what I've been wearing.
I haven't even heard of that.
The Ranella brand.
Yeah, Steve
Steve
Ranella.
Ranella stuff.
Oh, the meat eater.
Yeah.
I like that guy. He's cool.
Who's that?
They all got
Steve Ranella,
Steve Ranella.
Oh, yeah.
hunter, conservationist, author.
Yeah,
Apparently,
kill it, need it.
apparently does, you know, hunting fashion now, apparently. He's got his own
Oh,
brand.
yeah,
That's why I quit listening to him.
Yeah?
yeah,
I got into fabric design. It was like,
we're done here.
Hey,
Yeah.
man.
they still like me. But they all wear that First Light stuff, doesn't
Well,
everybody?
up in the mountains, some of the merino wool gear that they've got, it's next to none. It's really light, keeps you really warm. Don't have to layer up.
Is it water resistant?
Like my outer layer is, yeah. It's resistant. It's not
Okay,
waterproof.
here we go. My outer layer. How many damn layers do you have?
2 or 3. I get cold.
I
I'm
rest
a
my
desert
case
rat.
back to the fatigues.
What are we doing here, Tyson? Oh, my
The
goodness.
fatigues are great. It's just you can't stay. I can't stay warm in them. I've got problems with the cold. I'm a desert rat.
Boy, I'll tell you
Through
what,
and
yeah, I was born and raised up there, but anymore, I hate being cold. Just absolutely hate it. And, my, nervous system doesn't work, like it should. From the waist up, if I keep my upper core warm, I'm good. I can wear shorts, go barefooted, doesn't bother me. But my nipples start getting hard, that's a whole deal. That's a whole nother deal. So, well, it happens.
I'm with you.
Okay.
I know.
yeah. So, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oops.
I checked out after nipples, sir.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, we'll go to hell for that. Look. Well, that's pretty cool. The side-by-side thing is just, you know, totally out of hand. We've had, you've been over with me, and hopefully you can get over there to Tonto Basin. OBRC's lost, I don't know what she's up to, 7 or 8 head of livestock getting whacked by side-by-sides going down that Greenback Road. Then,
That's where you shot your first deer, up there, Andrew, what he's talking about.
23,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's exactly what he's talking about. Andrew shot his first mule deer up there.
really?
East from Pumpkin Center,
Yep.
before you get to
Yeah.
the hills, yeah.
Yeah. Cut right across there. Have you been on the new bridge?
Honestly, I don't think I have. I haven't been back there in a few years.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Well, the dynamics of Tonto Basin are changing. They needed the bridge, you know, and they had a lot of fatalities, people not having common sense enough not to go in the Tonto Creek, and that last batch of kids that we lost over there finally sparked the forward movement of the new bridge. And in fact, we even went to Doug Ducey and said, look, and you'll appreciate this, the National Guard's got temporary pontoon bridges. Let us have 6 of them, and we'll put a stop to this. The answer was no. So, anyway. But with the advent of that bridge, we're seeing an awful lot of influx. And this is a statement for Arizona. We're getting a lot of people moving in here from California and other places, and you know they're coming in here. They don't like California, so they come to Arizona and they want to make it like California, and that's what's happening over there across the river on Tonto Basin, where the OBRC is. I'm pretty disappointed because you see nice houses being built, and then you got an old crappy, broken down travel trailer next door to it. It's like, where's the county? County's asleep at the wheel again, and we need Woody Klein back. But anyway, that's a gripe for another day.
Yeah, there you go. Well, the whole area, you know, Phoenix has grown so much, and it's been so dynamic, even up a lot of the basically county islands. You know, if you look at the way they're building out there, it's just like you say, it's almost like there's no regulation.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're right, they'll build a house that looks like a hotel here and a little 2-bedroom, you know, clapboard house next to it.
Yeah, with 14 broken down Fords in the driveway.
And it's like, what the heck?
All right, we got to flip into a break. When we come back, we're going to visit with Chris Rich, AZ Fly Shop, and see what he's doing. I bet he's wading in the Salt River. I'm Don McDowell. This is Fox Sports 910. We'll be right back with Chris Rich. Yeah, but he gets hung up this time of year on Salt River. A lot of trout being stocked down there.
So I looked up, spring bear is over the counter. March
It
through
is?
April, yeah, like March 24th through April 26th or something like that.
Oh,
And it's a real low sal limit in all the units.
yeah,
It's like 1 or 2. 'Cause I got a buddy last year who shot it.
no kidding. Oh,
It's a little sneaky species you can go hunt.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, 6B is, God, we got a lot of bears. A lot of bears up there.
Dude, it is bears all.
I'll tell you, like, the whole time I've been hunting here, I bet you I've only seen 3 or 4 bears.
Yeah.
And I've seen tons of sign of bear. You know, but I've never seen, I bet I haven't
March,
seen 4 bears.
late
when I was
March,
hunting.
late
Since
April.
1968.
The 1 month.
Yeah. That's crazy. I went up to that Horseshoe Ranch. You go through there, you go up to, through Indian Creek. I was researching, feral hogs up there, and, of which there are a pretty good population.
Yeah.
And, first, it was the second time I went up there. First time I caught seeing bear tracks. Second time, I took the AK in backpack, and I was a little more, I wasn't doing any noise discipline going in there. Because the day, it was hot. So the second time I went up, I found the water. There's perennial water up there. And I'm starting to get into it, and I hear, I've heard that noise before, so I take my backpack off, put it down, and brought the AK around. I walked, 4 or 5, 6 steps. I'm looking around this bush, and there's a bear.
We went the day after Thanksgiving, usually when we go.
Yeah.
Like 3 days
I'm
of
looking at you,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Did you go this
Yeah,
year?
This year we didn't go because I had to work, but the last 2 years we went.
yeah, it
We went
wasn't
out.
it was just one of those moments. I said, so,
The third day,
how are we gonna do this?
good predator all day.
And he's like a dog, talking his head, going, what? Yeah. So I just started talking to him, took a couple of steps. He looks on the other side of the bush, and he backed up a couple steps. Said, tell you what, I got a peanut butter sandwich here, I'm gonna share this with you. And I threw half that sandwich over there. He took off, but I left it, and I did what I needed to do.
Wow, yeah. No, we see sign up there, but I have not seen it. Nobody has seen a bear yet.
Oh, I could do the same, but
They're there.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like lines, you know, when they get the snow.
and it's,
God, that's
Line
crazy.
tracks all over the place.
even on, cause I'm just shooting 5.56,
I'm
No
sure
Chris Rich?
it's bang.
it's like I shot it when I did that. I'll try without it.
He's not picking up. Called him 5 times. I did.
I'll pretend I'm with Brother Joe. There you go. Chris is on jail, we got Brother Joe. I'm right here in the canal off the 143 Washington.
The boat or the bite. Book directly at malahinisportfishing.com. Show us your rack. How big is that elk, whitetail, moose, or mule deer? In the world of big game hunting, there's nothing better than having your rack on the wall and shown around the outdoor world. Head to huntingfishing.com and show us your rack. Now back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910.
Alrighty, we're back. We're not able to make contact with Chris Rich, so we'll track him down during the week and make sure that he's on next week. But anyway, fly fishing's in pretty much full swing. And Reed, you had a good point with Chris in his habits. He's fishing carp in the canals.
Yeah, chasing them down the bank on Lake Erie. Good for him.
Yeah, and they're in Abe, you got to understand they're catching 40 and 50-pound carp on fly rods.
My only experience with carp was when I was in Carlsbad, New Mexico. I found out there was like a Carp Fishermen Association of America.
Of course.
And there was one guy in that city who was a EMT who was doing flight medic stuff, and he was the president and only member, and he was trying to recruit me to join it when I was working there. And I thought he was joking, and then I went out one day. Yeah, he was pulling some monsters.
Yeah, they're incredible. It's not something I'm gonna go fly fishing for.
I don't even know why anybody would fish for carp, but it's fun.
I can see the thrill of it, because they're so big and they run. So he catches them on Lake Erie and he tells stories literally running down the bank trying to land on things. So they're monsters, but it's fish.
Well, yeah, no, that's my only experience with that. As a kid, we'd fish the canals here, and most of the time just catch bottles, a couple of catfish every once in a while, but
Andrew's fishing. You fish the canals.
Yeah.
You fish the canals and the ponds and stuff down. Andrew lives in the Chandler area.
yeah.
And he was always getting out when he was younger, fishing the canals and the ponds.
Grass carp, little largemouth bass, sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah, there's a little bit of everything in
Yeah.
the canals. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's one of the things, fishing the Salt River that we've learned the hard way. The game and fish trout stocking is always good. They keep it pretty well stocked, but there's an awful lot of holdovers coming out of Davis Dam, largemouth bass. There's some big bass in there. There are some damn big bass in there. And then you have buffalo carp, suckers, all kinds of things out there. And I'm not a proficient fly fisherman myself. My fly fishing started out of boredom. Remember the Yellowfront stores?
Oh, big time, yeah.
Yeah, I went into Yellowfront and I bought this fly rod that was about as big as a pool cue. Didn't know what I was doing, so I bought one and I bought some black gnats or woolly boogers or whatever. And I'm up on the Salt River and I'm watching this guy and he's fly fishing, very proficient, has the fez. You know how they are. They're kind of like Andrew, they got to be fashion coordinated, you know. Probably 3 layers.
Had an ensemble.
Yeah, bingo. Yeah, we have uniforms. He's got an ensemble. I like that. So anyway, this guy's catching fish, and I'm snapping off my fly, popping it, not knowing it. Trying to learn how to do this. And he comes over, and he's got a bag full of creel full of trout. I said, "What are you using?" He said, "Worms." I said, "Excuse me?" He says, "Yeah, I just take a piece of this little red wiggler here, and I put it on the end of my fly, flip it out there, boom, trout. Do it again." I said, "Would you like to sell me some of your worms?" He goes, "No, absolutely not." I said, "Come on." He said, "No, there's a Circle K down there at Power Road." So that's where I got my can of worms.
Well, we used to fly fish in the White Mountains all the time. It was beautiful up there.
Sure.
Yeah, when Andrew's father moved down here from Washington a while back, everybody moves to the valley and they think it's golf courses and bars. And they'd never been to the White Mountains. They had no idea there were mountains in Arizona. So we took a whole group from the baseball group up there. We went up by Big Lake, camped up there. We fly fished the Little Colorado River, tried fishing Big Lake. It didn't go well. And they're going, "This place is incredibly beautiful." I said, "You've only seen of half of the state."
Oh, yeah.
This is such a varied state with so many wonderful treasures. And so many people come to the valley and they have no idea about the high country here, or even the real Southwest deserts.
Well, that's the thing. The stuff that we're doing.
I don't want everybody to know the secrets. But I mean, there's so much here to offer in this state, and there's so much variety. It's a treasure house. It's a wonderful state.
Well, you and I spent a lot of windshield time going to different ranches, Kearney, Winkleman. You get down by that Ray mine and all the mining activity over by Globe and some of these other places. It's just, it's a great state.
It really is. There's so much to offer for whatever you have interest in.
Absolutely.
There's so much here, and most people unfortunately don't get out and enjoy it and see it.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Well, that's one of the things I hope gets cleaned up in southern Arizona, especially units 40A, 40B, and 45 and stuff down by Yuma with the drug trafficking. Human trafficking is pretty much, I would say it's at a standstill. I don't think it's over, but it's not as prevalent as it was. Drug use, mules they're pretty much ramped up right now.
They're still backpacking through there.
Oh, yeah, yeah, but Bortec and CBP is doing a pretty good job thus far. Rules of engagement are changing, and we were one of the first in the nation to talk about the devastation to the southern units, because we've got a whole bunch of units down below the demarcation line. You look on the game and fish map, there's a line that goes, right at the bottom of Maricopa County, east to west, and it says, if you go below this line, your outing may be impacted by bad guys, so watch out. So anyway, we put that out there nationally, went down and interviewed a bunch of ranchers, and then kind of keyed in on the trash and the devastation to the environment that was being leveled by the immigrants coming across, the illegals. And
Well, unfortunately, any game they saw, they shot. you know, they lost a tremendous.
Well,
amount of
that and they were, using, water sources. So, you know, in some of the stuff that you and I have looked at, you know, there's camps around the water sources, so if there's camps there, the animals aren't using it, which is problematic. So, there's a solution to it, so.
No, it's gotten better. You know, we ran into this guy. We were down there in that area. We never saw Border Patrol in the last couple times we've been down there.
Post-Trump, yes.
Yeah, I mean, they're, with the, as you say, the new sheriff in town.
Yeah.
It's like day and night.
Yeah.
And those guys are so happy to be able to finally do their job.
Yeah.
As opposed to being clerks, sitting down on the border.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And now
Well,
they're-
I've showed Abe the pictures of those vortex that we had the encounter with at Vico, Del Ranch, and these guys come in, they're all battle rattled up.
Yeah.
They've got a Tom car that's,
You know, and what's sad is even if you're the most like bleeding heart liberal person and you know you have issues with what ICE is doing, the neglect of the border was also a humanitarian crisis because all those migrants coming forward, you know, they're risking their lives to do it. And one of the byproducts of not having law enforcement there was the increasing amount of deaths. So having a bigger presence, even just that part, not only is it mitigating environmental impacts of the trafficking itself, but now you're seeing less deaths down there. People are, you know, they need to cross legally, and people, that's one of the unseen kind of consequences of illegal border crossing is all the sickness and the death.
yes.
And like I said, even if you're the most lefty liberal person in the world, you don't want to see people dying. You should be supporting Border Patrol and law enforcement to do their job.
It's not like that.
No,
No.
it's unfortunate.
It's swinging a little bit.
All right, we've got to flip into one more break here. We're going to try to locate James Guggenauer. He is the master rod builder for Rim Country Custom Rods, masquerading as a game commissioner. We'll see what he's up to this week. I'm Don McDowell, and this is Fox Sports 910.
Yeah, have you ever go fishing up in the White River on the reservation at all?
I did back in the day.
Oh, it's so nice up
Yeah,
there.
you know, it used to be before they, you know, the White Mountain Apache tribe was the one of the first legal tribes to manage their own wildlife
Right.
with Arizona Game and Fish support. We used to get a $3 tag
Yeah.
to go up there, and that would allow you to hunt on the reds. And we'd fish up there, you know, we'd squirrel hunt, we'd grouse hunt, and it was great. I have not been up there since they've regulated it.
Well, it's, the biggest problem I run into up there is not really like, not that there's not opportunity, but it's typical tribal business. If the game and fish people decide to show up to work that day and you need to get a tag, then, you know, they might be there that day. If not, you might have to go somewhere else.
Yeah, we have a friend who's a Arizona Game wildlife manager. He's a White Mountain Apache.
Yeah.
And he worked up there for years. And he, you know, he's a great guy. He says the same thing. He got out of there and was actually recently offered a really good job up there with much more money than Game and Fish is paying. And he said just the tribal politics is so difficult. He says, I don't want to get there.
That's kind of why I hunt San Carlos more, just because they have online stuff.
Yeah, I've not had any experience with San Carlos at all.
You know, I was telling him earlier, our tradition is the day after Thanksgiving, we go quail hunting and predator hunting for 3 days. And it's like $30 for the permit, $50 for the hunting license, I think, for the whole year, and then like $30 a day.
We're
per-
okay on
per
Blue Cable,
bird
right?
and 30 per predator.
That's what I said.
That's it, you know?
Yeah,
That's
that's-
very
again,
simple.
Again, I've had no experience with San Carlos. That's
You buy everything online, you download it to your phone. We went back up in the back country, and then on the last day we were coming out, and we saw the game ranger, they put up a roadblock. And they were just like, hey, were you hunting up here? Yep, show me your paperwork, show me your paperwork. You know, you got any birds? I was like, well, we ate the birds, because we did.
Yeah,
And he was like, did you save the wings? And I was all, no, sir. And he's like, next time, make sure you save the wings.
they were cool.
Yeah, I know. I was like, all right. And he checked my truck to make sure, you know, I didn't have any smuggling anything off, you know, 'cause that's the other thing. There's so much cattle and elk and stuff up there that die. You're not allowed to take the horns with you, you know, that kind of stuff. And so they were cool.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
They're real. They want you to be up there. They want you to be safe. But
We were up in the border of Montana. We were hunting on the Fort Pierce reservation. One of my friend's land is it's private land on Fort Pierce. So we didn't get Montana licenses. We got Fort Pierce licenses. And it really bothered me because when I did it online, everything went good. But because of my age, they called me an elder.
oh, yeah, because
I
it's
got an
tribal.
elder tag.
Yeah.
And it's like, pardon me? Not quite yet.
Yeah. Oh, he's laughing. You're gonna get there if you're lucky.
Canada got elder.
They would have been calling it, and then we have 2 hunters and an elder.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
If not now, when, Reed? When do you?
Not yet. I got a couple of years from an elder.
Wow.
How far did I walk compared to where you walked right now?
Oh, I think we got about the same amount of steps. In
Start at the bottom, I start at the top, work my way down.
you were there a couple days late.
I just don't like going uphill.
I think you're there opening day.
Yeah.
Miles downhill.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
like, even, we weren't elk hunting last year, we were just quail hunting, but even that, like, I told my buddy when he had never been up there before, he showed up with wearing work boots, like Red Wings, and I'm like, you're not gonna go. I was like, you're gonna hate life when you see this. I mean, we walked and walked and walked. About halfway through the first day, he's like, God damn, this is changing my shoes.
And the shield's gonna move here.
Yeah, you go to Walmart and, and Globe and they'll get you up there real quick.
Or Cal Ranch.
Oh, yeah, they do have a
Cal Ranch. Cal Ranch is a good place. Yeah, I like Cal Ranch.
Yeah, Cow Ranch is one of those stores you just go to go. You find something, maybe you don't need it, there's something you do need.
Yeah.
Did you see the Jaguar the other day? In Tucson? Yeah. It was in the news again. After the Catalina.
The AZ Fly Shop, where your adventure begins. The best in fly fishing is at the AZ Fly Shop, 3254 East Cactus Road. Back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910 and always on our free iHeartRadio app. Here's the Bass Daddy and Tournament Pro, Don McDowell.
All right, we're back. We're gonna visit with our good friend and longtime contributor, James Guggenauer from the Rim Country Custom Rod that he does so well. And what's happening up there, James? How's things in Payson?
Hey, good morning, Don. Things are great here in Payson. We had an overnight low of 32 degrees. We're going to get up to the mid-60s today. And down at Tonto Basin, they had an overnight low in the 40s. They're going to get up to the 70s. But we had some heavy frost this morning on the Manzanitas, but it's all burning off now. It's going to be a beautiful day.
Wonderful. We've got a couple of elk hunters in here, and a couple of things I want to follow up on. We had talked about the dusky grouse, and before you address that, did you guys see any grouse up on the peaks?
No, and that's a question we've always had too, because it's perfect grouse hunting, and we've never seen a grouse.
Never.
I've
Okay.
had squirrels, but no grouse.
Okay. Well, we've got the dusky grouse is one of them. What did you find out about those, James?
So they are there, not in big numbers, but the department is assuring me that you can find grouse. And mixed in with that is quail, which was kind of surprising to me. But
Really?
they talked about scales and scales and even a few in the lower elevations, some of the Mearns quail. So it's pretty interesting education. But yes, the regional wildlife managers up there are reporting that they are there.
Interesting. Well, we're noticing javelinas migrating up to the higher elevations, which is kind of weird. But I've seen them personally at 7,000, 7,200 feet, and you guys were encountering
Almost at 8.
8,000
A lot
feet.
of turkeys. A lot of turkeys. Shh. Oh, sorry.
We don't talk about turkeys here.
Yeah, they were in Kingman.
Yeah. All right. Other than that, what's going on the Mother Lake? Getting pretty chilly out.
So, Saddle, it is good down there. So you're right. The days are getting shorter. The water temperatures in Roswell Lake are falling, and that means guys are switching more to jigs and spoons and those types of things, especially in the early mornings. As it heats up during the day, Texas rigs and drop shops are still there, but I talked to one angler that was reminding me that we are almost at sandwich fishing conditions. Sandwich fishing conditions is where you cast your line out and you sit back and eat a sandwich because it's going to take that long to get a bite.
Absolutely.
So,
Well, the other time of the year we're moving into is spooning with mat. You know, I know the girls out in Apache Junction like that, but anyway, that's a story for another time.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And I mean, he's one of the best in the state, right? So, yeah, spoons, casting spoons that kind of flutter down, imitate a dying shad. A lot of people don't realize that when the water temperature drops like that, a lot of shad will die just because of cold water temperatures. And as they do, and they fall down, that's what the spoon kind of imitates. And if you get it on the right day where there's a bunch of shad that are dying and sinking to the bottom, spoons can be a great technique. Matt has talked several times about how many bass he caught on consecutive casts using casting spoons. So it can be that much fun. The other side of it, Don, is the crappie fishing, which a couple of weeks ago, because of the cold and rain that we were having, we were saying that crappie fishing was pretty slow, but I'm happy to say that it has stabilized and crappie fishing is really good right now. Large schools are being fished by local anglers. All you have to do if you want to go crappie fishing is look around Indian Point on the Tono end and Schoolhouse Ramp on the Salt end and look for the several boats in a small location, and that's pretty much where the crappie are located.
Yep, bingo. Okay. What are you hearing on some of the other lakes? Bartlett's had an awful lot of activity here lately, and the catching reports are relatively good. No big bass, but numbers, a lot of numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. In the lower elevations right now, the Game and Fish Department is doing a lot of stocking as part of their winter stocking program. As an example, the Salt River, the lower salt, is being stocked every week now with trout. So I guarantee you, Chris Rich is out there catching trout this morning. That's probably why I wasn't able to get your call.
Roger that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Across the valley, in Tucson, Yuma, all those areas are all part of the winter fish stocking program. By the Arizona Game
downtown Gila Bend.
Downtown Gila Bend, and even out to your Bender's Pond that
Yes,
you guys
sir.
worked on out there. That's being there. The community fishing program, these are our local community stockings. Now, they get fish from out of state, but they're being stocked across the state, and they get stocked about twice a month. And you can go to Arizona Game and Fish Department, azgfd.gov, and see all the info. There's too many lakes to list there in the community fishing program. But I know you've had Julie Carter, who is the aquatics branch chief, on your show, Don.
Yes, sir.
He's doing a great job with the fishing across the state in Arizona.
Let me, speaking of her, what has become of our friend, Mr. Weedman, David?
Oh, Mr. Weedman retired about a year ago. I think it is about a year ago. But he's still engaged in volunteer work. As you know, he led a lot of projects, and a lot of habitat structures across the state, especially related to Roosevelt Lake and some of the lower level bass lakes. A really good guy, great conservationist, and doing well.
Well, I had an opportunity yesterday, just as a side note, to talk to Chief Elms, Gene Elms, and Kenny Dinkwell was up there at the Crossroads Gun Show. They're both getting ready to pull retirement, so it looks like we've got an awful lot of senior personnel getting ready to draw retirement. A lot of that going on. What do you think?
You're right. We have that, especially this time of year, end of the year. Everybody thinks about that retirement, and we have longtime guys. One of the things that we as commissioners, we commend the department. They have such great succession planning for all their areas, all their departments across there. And if you think back over the last couple of years, the rotations of people have had, even at the director level, I mean, when Ty Gray retired, we thought, oh, okay, you know, this might be an issue, finding a new director. But Tom Finley stepped in there just seamlessly, and I think that it's like that across the department. So guys like Kenny and guys like Chief Helms definitely would be missed. That's a lot of experience for the department, but I'm happy to say that there's others ready to step up when they do retire.
Okay, another side question. We've had quite a discussion this morning on side-by-sides and off-road vehicles. Anything you see coming down the pike to lessen the pain for hunters and disruption by these guys?
Well, we hope so. As we've talked about on the last couple of years, our Arizona legislators have had a committee to talk to manufacturers, to talk to the ranching community, to talk to game and fish, and try to find some common areas that we can run these OHVs. There's a lot of them out there. They're doing a lot of damage to the landscape, and that subcommittee did get voted to exist again in this coming legislative session. So we hope to continue to work with these organizations to find some more regulations to their bed. I agree with everyone. There's a lot of them on the landscape. 99% of the people follow the rules that we have, keeping them on roads, don't go off road, don't chase wildlife with them, don't tear up the landscape. But there's that 1% that want to go out and just hot rod, and they kind of ruin it for everybody out there. So we hope we can get more enforcement there. We've been talking to sheriffs across the state and see if they can get more funding, get more personnel out there, and more people just being in the field is the answer to that.
Yeah, okay. All righty, anything worth mentioning? I know you guys are into the kickback season for commission activity due to the holidays and stuff, but what do we got coming up?
Yeah, actually, December's a pretty busy month. November was the month that we had our workshop. But just last Friday, the commission held its December meeting at headquarters, and two things of interest there. We did review our hunt orders for several species for 2026 season, and unfortunately, we continue to reduce tags across the state. All of these things are related to drought, but we just aren't seeing the numbers. You know, when we saw some of the numbers related to pronghorn and antelope across the state, it was pretty scary seeing some of those numbers. But deer, mule deer, and coos deer, same type things. So we're just praying for a wet winter. You know, we want to get that. The other important thing that the commission voted on, Don, and I know you've been part of this too, is we established a 10th priority for the commission. The commission has 9 priorities that we ask the commission and the department to focus on all the time. The newest one we added is related to wildlife corridors. A lot of people know about the I-17 overpass that is being constructed up there just south of Flagstaff. This is an area where a lot of wildlife cross that road, lots of deaths there, traffic accidents, and even loss of human life in some of those.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So we're happy to see those, and you know, the I-11 freeway being planned as we speak. The department is working on where those corridors and where overpasses need to be constructed. And as Arizona continues to grow in population, this is going to continue to be an impact going future. So I'm glad the commission stepped up and was forward thinking about this one.
All right. Anything else you want to throw out there for the department or fishing at this point?
I would just say for the commission, I am actually headed to Memphis tomorrow. This is the Congressional Sportsmen's Foundation. They sponsor the National Association of Sportsmen's Caucus. So we'll be meeting with a bunch of wildlife agencies, commissions, and legislators across the country, generally talking about wildlife and habitat and things that we can all work together and improve. And at the same time, the Western Association of Fish and Wildlife Agencies, WAFWA, they're going to be in Henderson, Nevada next week. And we're going to have our commission chairwoman, Sue, and Commissioner Banquet, Commissioner Buchanan, are going to be attending on behalf of the Arizona Game and Fish Commission.
Yeah, it sounds like y'all are taking a vacation. I mean, James, you don't have to go to Tennessee to talk about what, we do that on the tailgate almost every weekend.
I hear you, but we don't too often get a chance to take legislators and be able to talk to them about some of our specific issues.
Yeah, but, yeah, that's why we do it. We don't want to take them to the tailgate.
There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
I know. They do the best job that they can. All right, we're going to wish you the best of the rest of the day, and we appreciate your contributions.
Appreciate you, Don. Thanks.
All right, James Coogan are doing a great job for the commission and the constituency of Arizona. We're going to go on a short break, and we'll be out of here about 8:57.
The dream.
Okay, anything you want to add? Shall we pick on his hiking boots?
What was that? I do not. No side by side.
He's not going to admit to that in here.
I've admitted to everything else.
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you, Washington State has a program in the forest. I was thinking that Coconino County maps, you know, they have for the closed roads and open roads.
Yeah.
Nobody pays any attention to it. I mean, it's their, those old roads they tried to close up there, they're completely covered.
I made most of those in 16.
Don't tell a lot of people that. But,
I do. I argue with the goddamn,
well, they tried to close a lot of them that go through some of the elk country that we hunt in.
oh yeah.
And nobody cares. Nobody looks at those maps. In Washington, they have what's called a green dot system. And if the road doesn't have a green dot on it, you can't drive on it. So if somebody steals the green dot, that road's closed, and you get a ticket. And it changed we used to hunt on the breaks of the Columbia, where it's kind of like Flagstaff, where you got pines that come down to sage to high desert. And we used to have people just everywhere driving around and all kinds of stuff. When they put this green dot system in, it actually eliminated a lot of that, and the hunting got a lot better. So, because they close those roads. If it hasn't got a green dot, you can't drive on it. Yeah, and I'm not as you and I have had this conversation, I think Onyx is a great tool, but I am not an Onyx fan. I'm a map dude. Yeah, so am I. I mean, we were taught how to read map. I originally worked off satellite pictures. There were no maps. You know, so it's a situation where they love Onyx, they use it, works great. I think it's a great tool.
Yeah, it's a good tool.
You know,
Especially from the reservation, because apparently you don't need maps for the reservation.
yeah, but I'm a map guy, and I think Onyx has caused a lot of issues, particularly in this part of the country.
Yeah.
Because of some of the leases. I don't know if I told you, Tyson, we were talking up in Montana to one of the game managers, who was a relative of my friend. And if you
5745 is your hard out.
Trespassing. So all your land that you've got under lease, exactly, there's no trespassing. Can't hunt on it, can't do anything unless you have written permission from the leaseholder, which I think is a great idea.
Makes sense, pretty simple.
Yeah. Yeah. I was fascinated to hear that. I'm going, boy, that makes a lot of sense because we have that issue in the Southwest. So that and the green dot deal, you know, I think that it would just make life a lot simpler for people like yourself.
We're in Arizona. That's a red dot system.
I just, you know, again, it's education, and it's like, you know, when Gable Ming, where we put all those wildlife water signs up, it actually stopped, for the most part, the idiots driving through the dirt tanks and the side-by-sides and the dirt bikes. It slowed it down where
Yeah.
the problem before.
Yeah,
was
slowed it down.
running over pipes and preaching to the choir. Yeah, so, I always believe it's education, but again, you're right, Don. You gotta have more law enforcement. They gotta bless these people.
You do. I'll tell you what, I've learned it firsthand, there's nothing like going to see the judge, explaining yourself.
Your Honor, it seemed like a really good idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, we saw it a lot down by your place, this fall beer hunting. I mean, like I said, I hike up this hill. This guy's bouncing in his side by side, his razor going up the hill. Yeah, and it's like, you can't walk.
If you love the outdoors, make sure you sign up for the weekly hunting fishing newsletter to stay up to date with the latest outdoorsman news across the nation. Sign up today at huntingfishing.com. Now back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910.
All righty, I want to thank you, Abe, for your service and continuing to engage on the veterans issues. Very, very important. Thank you for coming down, and we'll do some follow-up. And Andrew, congratulations on your hunt. Sounds pretty. Really was counting on elk steaks, but
I think you'll get some.
yeah, whatever. Yeah.
We'll arrange that. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, I look forward to seeing some pictures, and look forward to maybe spending some time out in the field with you guys. It's really awesome to see you guys engage with the ethics and that you employ. Thank you so much. You're welcome here anytime. But I want to ask you, what's your footwear? I know you got the foofy clothes and, with 3 layers. What's up with it? What do you got on your feet?
The elk hunt, I was wearing Crispies, and then typically I'm wearing like Under Armour.
Crispies, that's some kind of donut, isn't it?
That's what I thought.
Used to be.
Like Rice Krispies?
They're
Like
foo-foo boots.
They're Italian, pretty sure. Yeah.
Italian, wow. To go with this staccato.
I'm done here. I'm absolutely.
Scotto's American.
Get security.
Big American. But yeah,
Okay.
Crispies. Well, not thick enough insulation either. It's cold.
Yeah,
Cold up there.
yes, it is. Yeah, well, you're welcome back here anytime. We need to get the baseball guys in here. When's JT coming down?
He's cutting up meat. He got a really nice bull. Did a really
Yeah,
good job.
he's
Got a
another one that's
really
fun
nice
to pick
bull.
on.
Yeah, got a really nice bull.
Yeah.
They're working. They're trying to cut that stuff up. They're up in the middle of the night trying to harvest it all, or trying to, process it all. And the good thing about those guys, they process their own stuff.
Good.
They take some of the scraps to the sausage makers.
Yeah.
But the thing I like is that they really are active, and they do a great job taking care of the animal. They do a great job getting it home, and they do a great job cutting it up themselves.
Nice.
And process it.
Yeah.
So they're classy hunters.
Nice. That is so nice. Well, anyway, and Reed, I want to thank you for coming down. I look forward to getting with you next week. We'll go down to Dendora Valley and look at some of the, hopefully mitigation on flood damage that they've incurred down there, both on the Poca de Nero side and the Gable Ming side. See if we can't get some of that stuff fixed up and get some spreader dam repaired and some reseeding done. And
We're on it. It's that season.
yeah. Now, what were you telling me about a Jaguar and the Catalinas again?
Yeah, the University of Arizona
I wish they'd
posted some
stop
videos.
that.
They saw another one. Good-looking, healthy cat. They said it's a good sign of the environment doing well.
Yeah, he's over here looking for a girlfriend, so. Anyway, we got to get this thing wrapped up and get on with the day, but once again, give Pearl Harbor a thought today and salute a veteran. Take your kids fishing, hug your bass boat, and we'll be back next week. We're out of here.